Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, beloved beings of eternal light. Today, October 5th, 2021, we have a special transmission for you with all these synchronicities and this harmonic convergence of timelines in October of 2021 as we travel along the Rainbow Bridge through the 1010 portal. This is from Harmonic Convergence 2020 through 2028, October 2021, Harmonic Convergence of Timelines. October 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 2021 is signaling a new node of harmonic resonance between timelines across the fabric of time-space. This portal holds a new stage of integration between three calendrical systems: the Julian calendar, the Gregorian calendar, the 13-moon 28-day calendar, and the Tzolk'in 1320 natural time matrix. The entire 2020 through 2021 transition is marking a clear and coherent integration node between the Mayan long count and these three calendrical systems. This 13-moon year marks the entrance into higher harmonic resonance between these time-reckoning systems. This is a prophetic alignment of golden proportions, literally and numerically. How is this? October 4th and 5th, Julian Gregorian transition node. From October 5th through October 14th, 1582, time was erased. Not literally, of course, just on the calendar. These 10 days were declared non-existent by then Pope Gregory the 13th as part of a realignment of the Julian calendar implemented by Julius Caesar in 46 BC. In the mid-1570s, it was discovered that the Julian calendar was actually 10 days behind the seasons of the year. To transition to the Gregorian calendar, 10 days were declared officially non-existent, with the day after October 4th, 1582, declared October 15th. First implemented by Italy, Spain, and Portugal, the Gregorian calendar is today's most widely used system. This means that October 4th, 2021 marks the completion of 439 years from the end of the Julian calendar and the start of the Gregorian calendar. The current global silver standard for time reckoning on Earth, on October 15th, 1582. As we have highlighted many times in the past, this calendar is an irregular standard of measure, as its units or measures do not correspond. This calendar represents, therefore, the institutionalization of disorder and entropy. New layer of confusion. Since the moment when these 10 days were subtracted from the month of October 1582, a new layer of confusion was added to the already confusing Babylonian count. How is this? This 10-day difference overlay affected the calculation of the solar anniversary of astronomical events, creating a sort of 10-day time-space distortion. As an example, for events prior to October 5th, 1582, such as the arrival of Columbus to America on October 12th, 1492, the astronomical position of the Sun corresponds today to October 25th on the Gregorian calendar. As per today, there is an accumulated difference of 13 days between the Gregorian count and the Julian count. This incremental difference is a result of the leap day year adjustments present in the Gregorian reform of 1582. Remember, reconcile, redeem. The window of time comprised between October 5th through 15th is of special significance, considering the fact that it is during this 10-day loop in time when we commemorate important historic events and holidays that hold the old paradigm and the old calendar in place. Of special relevance is the celebration of Columbus's arrival to America on October 12th, 1492, holding the memories of the conquest and the domination of the Old World over the New World. The colonization of the land was followed by the colonization of souls via the institutionalization of a new foreign religion, and later by the colonization and the minds through a new calendar of disharmony. These two institutions, the Catholic Church and the Gregorian calendar, operate still today as the underlying foundational pillars of modern Western civilization doctrines and values. These institutions only serve today as tools to perpetuate the old materialistic paradigm that is exhausted. They also dismiss the cultural and ecological devastation that this colonization mindset and its practices have caused on the land since 1492. It is only by remembering and acknowledging the errors from the past that we will be able to reconcile history and redeem what happened. This is then a perfect window to make conscious those unconscious elements that can serve us to break the spell of false time. As part of this redemptive process, it is worth highlighting that on October 2019, Columbus Day shifted to Indigenous Peoples Day for the first time in Washington, D.C. Lawmakers passed emergency legislation to make the change. This was an important step, as it was in the U.S. Capitol where Columbus Day was declared a federal holiday in 1935. Time travel to the ancient future. On the ancient Maya long count, the completion of 3,028 years from Columbus's arrival will be followed on October 13th, 4772, corresponding to the long count date marker 1.0.0.0.0.0, signaling the end of the first Pictoon cycle, 20 Baktuns, since the start of the long count. This date inscribed at the top of the Temple of Inscriptions in Palenque, Chiapas, marks the completion of a perfect 20 Baktun fractal hologram, a map of the 400 Katuns generations 20 times 20. This is a synchronic threshold only comparable to the December 21st, 2012 event horizon. 33, the resonant channel of prophecy. On the Tzolk'in count of 260 days, this 3-day window between October 3rd and 5th corresponds to Keen 33, 34, and 35. Keen 33, Resonant Skywalker, is coded with the key numbers of the synchronic order, Tone 7, Seal 13. The Skywalker 13 represents the archetype of the prophet and marks the center, resonant chamber, and the hand 7 wave spell that started on Keen 27, one hand. 27 equals 3 times 3 times 3. The spine is the central channel of the human body and is comprised of 33 vertebrae, matching the sum of the 13 joints and 20 fingers and toes that give us the ability to move. 33, the sum power of the first 7 Fibonacci numbers. The Fibonacci sequence was named after the Italian mathematician known as Leonardo Pisano, whose nickname was Fibonacci. This numerical sequence is present in the natural unfoldment of forms across the universe and corresponds to the sequences 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 144, 233. However, what we popularly call Fibonacci numbers find their earliest mention in the work of Acharya Pingala in India, 2nd century BCE. On this sequence, each number is in a golden mean relationship with its predecessor and holds the harmonic resonance of the phi ratio, defined as the numerical constant 1.61833 present across the fabric of life, space, and time. As perfect holographic reflection of the sacred order present in nature, number 13 holds the 7th position on the Fibonacci spiral, and number 7 represents creation, 7 colors of the rainbow, 7 musical notes, 7 circles in the seed of life. Within this sequence, when we add the first 7 numbers, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8 plus 13, we also get 33. This formula uncovers a numerical pattern where each position is only plus 1 unit away from its next position. This is a result of the repetition of number 1 at the start of the sequence, mapping the golden spiral of time. In other words, the year 2021 marks 8 years from the galactic synchronization and the closing of the first 13 years of the 21st century on the Gregorian calendar, 8, 1321, and 34 years from the new dispensation of time that started on July 26, 1987, on Keen 34, and was sealed 21 days later by the Harmonic Convergence of 1987, August 16th and 17th, on Keen 55 and 56, 21, 34, 55. Time is art, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. This unique harmonic alignment taking place between the old time templates and the new time templates is indicating a new layer of integration and synchronization between timelines, holographic reflections through space and time. As the resonant channel of prophecy, Keen 33 is a perfect holographic container for the summoning power of the 1320 natural time frequency, 13 plus 20 = 33, as well as the originators of the new dispensation of time and the Telektonon prophecy of Pakal Votan, Jose Arguelles and Lloydine Burris. Kin 11 plus Kin 22 = Keen 33. Today is therefore also a great opportunity to remember the significance of number 33 within the synchronization timeline of this new dispensation of time. New Sirius Cycle 1, 1987 through 2039, 3333 Synchronization Portal. On July 26, 2020, NS 1.33.1.1, the heliacal rise of Sirius before the Sun at 19.5 north latitude signaled the entrance to the 33rd solar orbit of the 52-year New Sirius Cycle 1, 1987 through 2039, and synchronized with the completion of 7 years from crossing the Galactic synchronization portal of July 26, 2013, NS 1.26.1.1. This day marked the exact 26-year midpoint of a new Sirius Cycle 1 of the new dispensation of time, corresponding to the 52-year interval between July 25th, 1987, day out of time, NS 1.0.0.0, Keen 33, and July 25th, 2039, day out of time, NS 1.52.0.0, Keen 33, 3333. The day out of time of July 25th, 2020, NS 1.33.0.0, Keen 118, one mirror, marked therefore the completion of the 33-year harmonic from ground zero of the new time, July 26, 1987, NS 1.0.1.1, Keen 34, 8 wizard. What is the harmonic significance of this milestone? 33. Unification of space and time. As we discover this geometrical harmonies in the dimension of space, we can now also appreciate how these numerical sequences hold also an outward expression in the dimension of time. How is this? The 33-year solar-lunar synchronization cycle. There is a 33-year synchronization cycle between solar and lunar cycles. 12 lunar months make up a lunar year. A lunar month can also be defined as the time the moon takes to pass through each of its phases, new moon, half moon, and full moon, and return back to its original position. A lunar month takes 29.5 days, although this varies slightly around this average. A lunar year has approximately 354 days. A solar year has 365 days. This leaves an 11-day difference between one solar year and one lunar year, resulting from the difference in their definitions. The term epoch describes this specific time difference. Over the course of 33 years, there will be a lag of 1 year between solar and lunar calendars because of the successive epochs. Maitreya, Nair. Peace equals balance, the 2233 portal. Today is also a good opportunity to remember that on the 13 moon 28-day calendar, the first 3 days to this third moon of the year synchronized with the 3 important events: the harvest full moon, day 1, International Day of Peace, day 2, and day 3, noted as 3.3, marked the final activation as we entered the equinox portal. The balance and symmetry between light and darkness was mirrored with great numerical elegance. on the dates of the Gregorian count, the 13 moon, 28-day calendar, and the Tzolk'in count. How is this? 333 portal. The equinox took place on day 3 of the 3rd moon of the 13 moon year, coded by tone 3. The electric moon of service, September 20 to October 17, 2021. Number 3 represents service, activation, and bonding. This electric moon of the electric seed year signals therefore the active flowering of service. On the Tzolk'in count, September 22nd corresponded to Keen 22, 9 wind. As analog frequency of 9 Eek, this day Keen is associated with the Quetzalcoatl Cocolcan, a Hecate, mythic complex across Mesoamerican traditions. It is precisely at the equinox points when the sunlight aligns with the main stairway of the pyramid of Cocolcan at Chichen Itza, causing 7 isosceles triangles to form, imitating the body of a serpent of about 111 feet long, 111, that travels downwards until it joins the huge serpent's head carved in stone at the bottom of the stairway, root chakra. 22 weeks to 2022-22 portal. There are exactly 22 weeks of 7 days each between the equinox portal of Keen 22, September 22nd, and the coming 2022-22 synchronization portal. This day holds a unique harmonic significance, considering that the equinox of September 22nd is noted as 3.3 on the 13 moon count, and the 2022-22 gateway corresponds to day 33 of the Gregorian year. As a powerful testimony of the numerical harmony between the 2022-22 portal, this date will also mark day 3,330 from the closing of the 13th Baktun of the Mayan long count and crossing the 2012-1221 event horizon. Time is art. 2021 through 2022, year of prophecy. Now seems also relevant to remind ourselves that according to 1 Keen equal 1 moon fractal count of 260 moons, see 20 tablets of the law of time. This entire 13 moon planetary service wave spell 2021 through 2022 is coded by Keen 53, 1 Skywalker. Therefore the magnetic moon corresponded to Keen 53, the lunar moon to Keen 54, and the 3rd and 4th moons correspond to Keen 55, 3 Eagle, and Keen 56, 4 Warrior. The Harmonic Convergence of 1987 took place precisely on Keen 55 plus 56. In other words, the entire 3rd and 4th moons of the yellow electric seed year hold the frequency of the Harmonic Convergence of 1987. The 3333 Venus Sirius Synchronization Gateway. Today is also relevant to remember that last June 19th, 2021 marked the completion of 3,300 days from the rare Venus transit of 2012 and the opening of a 33-day window of harmonic resonance that closed on Noosphere Day 2021, July 22nd, with the completion of 3,330 days from the passage of Venus across the solar disk. On the 13 moon 28-day calendar, this day corresponded to the new Sirius cycle notation NS 1.33.13.26.220 and marked a peak day of harmonic resonance between the Venus cycles, 3,333-day marker, the new Sirius cycles NS 1.33 year marker, and the Tzolk'in cycles. 3,333 corresponds to 100 cycles of 33 days plus 33 days. On the Tzolk'in count, this 3,333-day marker from the completion of the Venus plus Earth pentagram contained within 8-year Venus transit pair of 2004 through 2012 corresponded to Keen 220. Kin 220 is precisely the alpha plus omega unified signature of both the 2004 and the 2012 transits. The next day, Keen 221 13 Dragon marked the completion of 2,920 days from the galactic synchronization. 2920 is a perfect fractal of the 2920 days corresponding to 5 synodic cycles of Venus of 584 days each. During this time, Venus completes 13 orbits around the Sun. This is because 5 times 584 days equals 2,920 days. 8 times 365 days equals 2,920 days, and 13 times 224.7 days equals 2,921 days. 5, 8, 13. The restoration of the power of 13. Corresponding the transcendental coordinating role of the number 13 across fractal cycles in nature, 13 days, 13 weeks, 13 moons, 13 Venus orbits, 13 years, and 13 Baktuns. The restoration of the memory of the sacred power of 13 represents then the archetypal healing of the creative power of the divine feminine in all things. During this entire turtle moon of presence, we will explore one by one the multidimensional layers of the synchronizations taking place. 2020 through 2021, shifting from harm to harmony. 20 years correspond to one generation. The year 2020 marked the flowering of the first generation of the third millennium. This is then a time inviting us to think about regeneration and envision a new future, and a perfect window of opportunity to look up to the sky and enter into resonance with the larger harmonic patterns and cycles of time governed by the sacred ratios and proportions of the synchronic order. The 13-moon 28-day calendar establishes a new harmonic standard for timekeeping that promotes greater access to our inherent creativity and capacity to live in harmony with each other and the planet. The proactive choice now is to change the calendar yourself. That's right. The way to change the old paradigm is to begin to live by a timing standard that is a harmonic reflection of the cycles of nature. The 13-month, moon, 28-day calendar is an indigenous calendar for a sovereign humanity, a new harmonic calendar for a new time of peace and harmony. May peace, harmony, and beauty prevail on earth. In la Ketch, from venuscalendar.org. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Please share this video to help transition to this new time of peace, abundance, and harmony for all living beings. And if you'd like to support our work and mission, you can make a monthly pledge or one-time donation at our links at eaglelovecondor.com. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from primedisclosure.com. Have a most beautiful and blessed ascension journey. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.